I feel like God has a very good way of stripping me down to the surface, stripping me down to the point where I'm ready to just quit everything, give up. Like I literally like see no hope. He'll drain me on purpose to teach me some type of lesson, to show me something, whatever the case may be. And then right when I think I just don't know what to do, like I just need to probably switch routes, quit, do something, I get blessed. It's almost like I used this analogy earlier this morning where I was like, it's almost like he holds my hands and then pulls me into the depths of hell while holding his hand, just to show me what's there, and I can learn and just get the perspective. And then right when I'm thinking like, damn, bro, like we down here for a cool minute, did you leave me? He pulls me back up. And it's a very interesting journey, right? Because every single time one of those quote unquote blessings happen, it makes me think, why was I tripping in the first place, right? Why was I, why did I feel so much pressure to begin with? But then it makes me think that like if I didn't feel that pressure, would I have did the things necessary in order to get that blessing, right? It's kind of like finding a balance between acknowledging when God does something versus when you did something, right? And don't get it messed up because God meets us halfway in everything we do. But would be lying if we said there was just certain things in our life we didn't really do anything to do, like do anything to get. It kind of just was gave to us. God operates like that too. But then there is other instances where you put yourself into a certain environment, you put your best foot forward, you ask for something, and you end up getting what you asked for, right? It's so weird because in those moments where I'm like, man, I'm ready to just stop, quit, whatever the case may be, I wonder what life would look like if I was truly at peace, My decision making, my actions, um, my entrepreneurial spirit, just confident in everything that's me, I could probably avoid a lot of these quote unquote problems, right? Even though they were never problems to begin with, I just needed to switch my perspective. A lot of the times, that's what it comes down to, a perspective switch. This ain't nothing about it. Y'all probably can't see it. That's good because y'all don't need it. you know, Beating yourself up does absolutely nothing. You see, at least with me, I know God saves me. I've built that comfortability in my faith and my actions that I know God will eventually, you know, show me that way out, show me the next step, whatever the case may be, right? But if you were somebody, or if I was somebody who didn't have that relationship and that faith and that long term vision, because that's honestly what it is, right? A lot of the things that I quote unquote manifest and a lot of things that I quote unquote want, I've had dreams of already. I just needed to act it out and actually do it, right? But yeah, no. If I wasn't somebody who could, see long term and see into, kind of have a strong sense of faith, I could psych myself out, right? And psych myself out before the blessing gets there. And I don't want anybody to stop, give up, get insecure, whatever the case may be, right before you get what you really wanted. Right before you get the thing that you were praying up and down you wanted, don't fall victim to what you're asking for. Because I feel like inevitably the bigger of a goal you're setting, the more pressure you're going to feel, right? It's almost like an expectation to succeed almost. And it comes with a natural pressure. That pressure is meant to crack the eggs, right? It's meant to crack the ones that aren't supposed to be in that environment because not everything is meant to be in this environment. There's certain, spirits, certain souls, certain things that would be better in other places, just maybe not here, right? And that isn't to undermine anybody, but you just have to realize what's in alignment with you is in alignment with you. And if it's not in alignment with you, you're going to find a very hard time, manifesting or bringing that into your reality. So, yeah, if it's unaligned, then I'm suggesting you probably step to the side, reevaluate and realign. But if you know deep down, bro, I'm aligned, like this is aligning with what I'm asking for. I'm not crazy, etc. Have faith in yourself, because you will inevitably feel the pressure of the game basically paying its dues. The ones who don't have enough currency to pay that due, they're not gonna survive. What is that saying? It takes money to make money. You view that as like a spiritual saying as well. You have to pay your dues to the game. You have to physically give and spiritually give, mentally give. Like, you have to really give on certain levels, and it will give it right back to you. You get what you give. But some people don't have that level of, like I said, faith to actually see it through, because it puts you in a tunnel. It puts a lot of entrepreneurs, artists, creatives, just people in general, people who want to do something that's different than what they're doing right now. It puts you in a tunnel because you're stepping into the unknown. Whenever you step into the unknown, dog, you're gonna feel a little helpless, right? When you have that light, when you have all the information, it's a sense of control. You can somewhat predict the outcomes. You can predict the sustainability, and you can eventually work up to that point, right? Because especially when we're talking about material aspects like businesses and art and stuff like that, you can definitely get to that point. But initially, you don't have that information. You don't have that insight. So you have to go off pure gut, grit, and intuition. Like, literally, gut and intuition is really the same thing, but I feel like gut is a little bit more masculine term because men don't like the word intuition for some reason, because it seems a little bit softer, which it is. Your intuition is a lot more powerful than your gut. Usually, your gut kicks in when you're not listening to your intuition. But once you have those certain characteristics where you can take yourself out of body almost, it will allow you to sit through the storm. Some people, it's music. I know with me, if I'm feeling, some type of way, or I just need to get my mind right, I can turn on my playlist and I'll hear a certain melody. I'll hear a certain lyric. I'll just hear the aesthetic or the nostalgia of a song. And all of a sudden, I feel the anxiety, I feel the worry, I feel everything like leave from my body. And it's almost like I'm catching flashes of the future. It's almost like music, people don't realize what music is too. Music is timeless. While you're listening to a song, that song was made in the past, you're listening to it in the present, and somewhere in the future, you're going to see why you were listening to that song. It all ties into one collective, like, experience. And when I hear certain pieces of music, when I hear certain melodies, when I hear certain, lyrics, like what I was saying, it descends all the emotion that's within me, and I see nothing but flashes of the good moments, flashes of what I've worked for, flashes of the love. I just see a magnified energy, a very pure, a very godlike energy, in other words. And the moment I get that energy, I operate through that energy. You guys have to learn how to use your energy to your strong suit. If you feel yourself getting unmotivated, discouraged, depressed, whatever the case may be, and you found that thing that mutes everything and it just puts you in like a pure focus where you see nothing but what you want, utilize that as a guidance system. Make decisions from that. You'll notice, like, for instance, when those things happen, when I start getting those random downloads and I just see nothing but good, my body will fall into flow. Next thing you know, I'm inside of Lightroom or something. Next thing you know, I'm recording a video. Next thing you know, I'm editing. Next thing you know, I'm doing visual effects. I'm DMing somebody. Next thing you know, I'm just doing something that's aligned with what I'm trying to get to. Sometimes you guys just have to practice getting in alignment and knowing when you're out of alignment, and then finding things that put you back into alignment. Y'all, it could be exercising, it could be drawing, it can be gaming, it can be music, it can be like it can literally be so many things on this planet. Playing with fucking Legos, I don't know. Find the thing that shuts it up and puts you in a pure, just like confident energy. I see what I want, I'm gonna get it, and the energy around it is just so magnified, you have no choice but to believe that you're going to get it. So whatever pressure you're feeling in the moment is irrelevant to what you're seeing. That's when you're going to be able to push through layers. When you can not only see what you've done, see your progress, and of course, adapt and realign strategically and realistically based upon the things that's been happening, but when you can get to a point where you're just moving off of straight focus, straight security, confidence, you see that energy and there's nothing around you that's going to tell you that that's not real, you'll go after it and you'll start pulling it down. And I like when you guys see, literally, because you guys will see it, you guys will see examples. I'm gonna try vlogging, I'm gonna start making content to show you guys the other side of this, right? Don't think I'm just talking. I'm like really trying to shift the dynamic of how we view the path of entrepreneurship, especially coming from certain environments as a black male, right? Now, I feel like I don't really say this a lot because it's self explanatory, but when you grow up, I grew up in Los Angeles. I'm a black male. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an artist, right? Yes, I've been blessed with, yeah, my grandfather put out the first rap album. My mother is very smart and articulate, she master's degrees, everything. My father is very wise. He's done survived the streets. He's done passed me wisdom, like everything, right? But at the end all be all, I've still had to grow up in Los Angeles. I've heard the gunshots. I've I've had to deal with the single parent households. I'm dealing with things outside of entrepreneurship that may be directly impacting entrepreneurship. So I'm making these videos, and I know it may sound crazy when my mind just starts jumping to different topics on this channel and I'm talking about different things, but I'm showing you guys the reality. And I'm going to show you guys the fruits of what happens when you stay true to yourself, when you believe in yourself, regardless of how it looks on here. Because, y'all, it will look, what it looks like on the outside may not always be what it is. Realize that. What your life looks like, what the things you're doing looks like, and all that other type of stuff may not actually be the reality of what your situation is. Let it flow. Let it play out. What did Lil Wayne say in that song? Let it all work out.